So, Teresa, entering in 2019, the before times, already the campus was going through some PR elements that needed attention. And then, of course, just a few months later, March 2020, we all know what happened from there on. As you look back, what were some critical value-based strategies that allowed you to transition also in a celebratory, exciting way on the other, as well as establish brand reputation and credibility?
Wow, that's a big question. There's a lot packed into that. So I'm going to start with the excitement that you have as a new leader. And when you have made the decision to commit yourself to a new university and to lead it, there is this time of discovery that is just so precious, and you don't ever get that time back, right? So the first time that something happens on the campus, you're just full of wonder about it. If you're not, you're in the wrong place. So my beginning at the institution in July of 2019, I had already created this really active voice on all of these different social media platforms. And let me share a secret. I guess it's not going to be much of a secret once you watch this or listen to the podcast, but I truly joined social media to stalk my own 4 children. Like, that is why I got all these social media accounts, because they were living their best lives. And in some ways with my money, no kidding, to view that and to get these glimpses into their lives off in college, or, as they were doing these amazing things and they were processing through it as young adults. I could see it happening for them. But in the meantime, I'm also watching it happen for, 6,000, 7,000 of other people's kids. And so what a tremendous opportunity to do that, and then also connect with parents or connect with other higher ed administrators. And so it's just been, this wonderful journey of starting for purely selfish reasons, and then really pivoting to continue my selfishness. Don't think I don't still stalk my kids, but to move that forward into a new leader on campus, it was my opportunity to show the rest of the world the excitement that I had about the new place. And to sort of honor each of the very distinctive traditions, customs, things that I was experiencing for the first time, with the wonder of a freshman who's seasoned. So not worried or scared, not wanting to get involved. Instead, I'm the leader of the place. So every single thing that happened, I was automatically invited into and felt welcomed at. And if every freshman felt that way, my gosh, can you imagine? The retention rates are through the roof. So it was looking at it through that lens. And Rachel and I often went to all these things together, because she was also documenting my reactions to some of these things. And so it was really fun to have that opportunity together, because it helped us form such a good and close partnership and relationship. And I got to experience a lot of that with her at my side. So that was just a really neat way to begin a new relationship. And so I was at the very beginning of school when we had what I think we can only call sort of this international PR crisis on campus. It became that, something that was a grievance that came forward and that truly hit ESPN, BET, CNN, I mean, like, you name it. And it was sort of this crisis of conscience and values of the institution, where it's shocking how one person's action can cause many people to question the values of everyone at an institution. And so it was an opportunity where I got to sit with Rachel and the team in our marketing and communication department to say, hey, let's start with what we value. Don't be distracted from that. Let us keep with our mission and our values as an organization and continue to keep those at the forefront of all of our communication. That was a really powerful time for us. Again, bonding as a team and really having to dig down and find out what each person stood for. And as a new leader, you are going to be the one who should be role modeling only the best things, because your university deserves only the best. And so grappling with that and communicating out broadly And especially where some of the messaging was about personnel issues or grievance, and some of that's confidential, explaining that while remaining transparent. Man, I was leaning hard into how can I be transparent, but also uphold the law and the confidentiality that's to be entrusted. And so Rachel and I probably spent hours strategizing just how do we do that? How do we grapple with these two things and sit on either side of that fence at the same time? And so we made the decision again to come at it with our values and came out with communication about, listen, you're going to question what we value. And people will use a lot of words. We're not going to do that. I'm using action. Here's what I'm doing, boom, 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 action items, all of which are surrounded by and focused on our values as an organization. I think we did an exceptional job. It was not easy, but there is no question about our alignment with one another as we're communicating now as a result of that situation.
And digital leadership is all a communications approach of values-based, knowing that you're going to both have celebrations and crisis probably within the same hour. I think the other thread to pull out is just how activated the two of you were from the start in that discovery, time of discovery period, that you're the freshman with experience too, and documenting that. And then just for those listening, this might be a great conversation to pass on to some leaders that might just need to be reaffirmed of different ways of being and working with your marketing professionals. Again, kind of hearing the insight and the outcomes from Teresa's perspective.